Hello everyone, it's Pamela Ferguson. I want to talk to you about moisture today. I read this awesome article and it made me think of hydration and moisture and everything to do with the skin. So I made some notes so I wouldn't forget anything. But what I wanted to do is discuss what happens as our skin ages in relation to hydration and moisture. Okay, so I will list them out. We lose moisture, that's why I'm talking about this. Elasticity. So if you, when you've had a baby, we're talking about all your skin over time. If you're younger, your body can snap back, your belly can snap back a lot easier versus if you have a baby when you're 40, for example. Fat in your face, that means the plumpiness when you're a child, you kind of lose that as time goes. Becomes thinner and more fragile, same kind of thing with the fat. It is slower to heal. If you are a picker of any sort, whether it be a scab or anything, you notice that it used to heal much faster, even without using your Neosporin and doing those kinds of things. But as you're older, especially if you're prone to getting some acne and you pick it, oh my goodness, it would probably take weeks to heal, it seems, right? So that was one of the things. And then the last thing is less able to regulate temperature. Now today, it's like super hot outside, and seeing that I'm a little flushed today, so maybe that is actually true, that I am less able to regulate temperature than I was before as younger. So I knew I was going to do this video, and I specifically did not put anything on my face besides mascara. I mean, yes, I washed my face and I put a moisturizer on and I did my hydration serum and those things, but I have no cover up, I have no makeup, I have no foundation, I have none of that. Because I wanted to talk about what is best for your skin, and covering it with heavy doses of makeup is not what it is. We need to work on fixing your canvas, making your canvas beautiful before you paint on it to make it even more beautiful. But you don't want to take a bad canvas and try to put excessive amounts of paint on it to try to cover up the problems that are there. Okay, so as is no surprise, they discovered, or they announced, that fair skin tends to show the signs of aging before darker skin does. And that's just the pigment in the skin. I mean, we all know as personal experience, this is so or not. Your friends who have darker skin and friends who have lighter skin, it tends to be the ones who have the lighter skin. You are noticing the wrinkles and all those things that I just listed much more than somebody with more pigment in their skin. You're not going to be able to avoid these normal changes. You might think you can, or you might be able to outlast some of your friends, especially if you have darker pigment, but the signs of aging obviously will catch up to you. So there's some, what you can do is that all you can do is hope to hold them off longer than some of your peers, right? So then you're not looking older than all of your friends, because you don't want that. So the most important thing to do out of anything that you can do for your skin, I wish that I could hear comments to hear what your guesses are. The most important thing is, ding, 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 drum roll, stay out of the sun. Stay out of the sun. So I went to the pool yesterday with my youngest and her friend, and she knows how I am. And I have, you see, I'm pretty fair. So we go into the pool and I'm like, well, where do you want to sit? And she says, well, how about here? And you know where she pointed out for me? A place that was shielded behind the building. It was a chair that was shielded behind the building, so I was in the shade. I'm like, this is a perfect spot for me. So that's what I did. And even though I was sitting in the shade, I knew the sun was going to move around. So I still put my sunscreen on everywhere. Even though I was sitting in the shade, because later on I got out and I went and talked to friends, and so I was out in the sun, but I was already protected. So some ways you can do this is a broad spectrum SPF. Not broad spectrum, those are huge terminology you need to look for. Also, clothing, just keep covered. I never ever go to the beach, the pool, anywhere without a hat. I mean, I always wear a baseball cap, but a broad would be better. But if it's windy, I find that the baseball cap stays on better for me. But if you have a broad rimmed or a large rimmed hat, that's even better because it covers more area. Sunglasses, same thing. I never go out with the sunglasses. Where is the first signs that you see aging? The eyes. So the squinting, from the sun. All those are going to see the signs of ages first. Okay, so stay out of the sun. Make sure broad spectrum sunscreen. The next thing is, now some of you are going to have to give a shame on you if you do this. Stop smoking. Do not be a smoker. Well, why is that so bad for your skin? I want to make sure I read it so I get all that I need to do. It constricts the blood vessels that nourish the skin, and it breaks down the collagen molecules, causing wrinkles. We don't want that. So that's what it does. It constricts those blood vessels. So I know it's easier said than done to quit smoking, and it's overall bad for you, obviously, but it's bad for your skin. So if you are concerned with your skin, you need to quit smoking. Exercise, rigorous, ongoing exercise, not for 2 weeks and then not do it for 2 months. Regular ongoing exercise. Go for a walk. It doesn't have to be crazy. Get your blood pumping. It's going to send oxygen through the skin across your body. To avoid dehydration, you need to get your moisture 2 ways, inside and outside. That means you need to drink liquids, good liquids. This is water. I'm not talking about alcohol and caffeine and coffee. That's not where I'm talking about here. I'm talking about water, things that really, and even choosing items to eat that have more water in them, watermelons, those kinds of things. Stay away from heavily scented products too. That tends to dry the skin out as well. I know that we love that Bath and Body Works and we go by the smell and it's great, but heavily scented products tend to dry out the skin, so try to stay away from those. So, as we age, our skin tends to get drier and drier and drier. And the other thing too is that generally our body has a natural cell turnover rate. Another thing, as we age, it just seems like we're cursed the older we get, right? Everything slows down. So when you're young, you have your skin cells slough off and you renew it, and you stay much more bright and energized looking when you're young. But as you age, that process slows down. So that means we have these dead skin cells sitting on our face looks dull and bad, and we don't want that. So what you need to do is you need to exfoliate, and then you need to moisturize. So if you're not using a moisturizer, you have to be using a moisturizer every single day, especially as you age. And don't say, well, I've just never used a moisturizer before, so I clearly don't need to use one. Because guess what? Every year you age, your skin's going to need that moisture more and more. And remember what they say about drinking water, right? If you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. The same thing goes for your skin. If you have dry and flaky skin, your skin's already dehydrated and short of moisture. So you're supposed to do it before that happens, not after. Let's be proactive, not reactive, as I tell my kids all the time. Okay, so guys, you think you're exempt from this moisture? No. Guys are the worst. It's just moisturizing. Well, that's just not a guy thing, right? That's not a guy thing. But it needs to be. What are some things guys see as they age? Well, they start seeing some dryness, flakiness, eczema, psoriasis even. These kinds of things, your body needs moisture. Not just drinking. You need that too. You need it inside and outside. Moisture applied to the skin, drinking liquid as well. So when you're washing your face, they say this for showers too, or in general, do not use super hot water. My husband does this all the time. Super hot water. He loves it. He sits in there. It's good for his muscles. I get it. It's not good for your skin. Not good for your skin. So try to choose a little bit warmer. Try to stay out of the hot tubs. I understand it's good for the muscles. Same thing as relaxing. Again, when you get out, put on that moisture right away. Put on that lotion to try to help take away what you've just done, right? I can't say never ever go in a hot tub or never ever go in a hot shower, but you need to counter that, okay? What else am I missing? Oh, some products, some ingredients that are very, very good for hydrating and moisturizing your skin. The first one is regular use of Retin-A. Excellent for the skin. Retinol, Retin-A, anything that has that in it, very good. Also, make sure if you have one of those big tubes, Retin-A does not do well with air. So every time you open that tube, The efficacy of the product is reduced, so find something that comes in like individual capsules so the retinol is more powerful for you and helpful. Putting on a topical vitamin C to your skin, excellent benefits. These products can help with wrinkles, fine lines, sun damage, all these things, your dullness that you've got, exfoliation depending. And then another one that we talk about is alpha hydroxy acid. So that is a good one as well. And all of these are going to help your texture and your fine lines and all those things. And if you don't have products that you are completely in love with, or not only that give you the results that you want to get, let me know. I definitely have some recommendations that I could give you. But again, what are the most important things? Number 1, stay out of the sun. Number 2, don't smoke. Number 3, moisturize every day. And if you're going to go in the sun, use your broad spectrum sunscreen. Have a great day. If you got something out of this, share it with a friend. You can see my other videos on YouTube or on Pinterest. Bye.